Welcome to the session. In this session, we are going to discuss about the concept loops and iteration. Previous session, we already discussed the flow control. So, in this session, we have to discuss loops and iterations. So, first, why loops and iteration? For example, so last class we are seeing, for example, if there is a sequence of statements have to execute from top to bottom sequentially. First statement after second, second after third, fourth, like that. For some cases, if statements are in sequential mode, some cases you need some iteration. For example, here I want to iterate statement 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 in a loop mode. That means I want to repeat these three statements continuously multiple times. So at this case, at this situation, loops and iterations are going to be needed. Okay? So first of all, we are going to discuss while loop in Python. So in Python, while loop is same as your C. But the syntax have to be somewhat different when compared to C programming language. So what is while loop? A while loop statement in Python programming language repeatedly executes a target statement as long as a given condition is true. So if the condition is true, it continuously repeats the statement up to it is false. So it is like we can't say how many times it's going to be iterated. It depends upon how long the condition is true. It repeats like that. Okay. So that's why it is an indefinite loop. It is an indefinite loop. So let us see a small example. So before going to discuss about this example, let us see the syntax. So first you have to write while. You have to write while. So after writing while, you have to write the condition. Have to write the condition. Condition must close with indentation mark. So this is the colon, this is the indentation mark. So after writing indentation mark, automatically it will take a tab space. After that you have to write the while block. This is what already know in C language. But the syntax is different. In C we don't have this indentation mark. So we have to use braces. So we don't have these things in Python. And also, yesterday class we are seeing we don't have any semicolons here. Okay. So this is the condition we have. So let us see. Let us go with small example here. Here I am taking n equals to 5. I have a variable n which is equals to 5, which contains 5, value 5. So I am writing the while condition while. Here I am writing a condition. In syntax we have seen after while, immediately you have to use a condition. My condition is n is greater than 0. Whether to check n is greater than 0 or not. So after that we already discussed indentation mark. So after that you automatically provides a space, white space. At that you have to write the while loop. Here how many statements in while loop? 2 statements only. Print n equals to n minus 1. Okay. Next, after that, so outside of the while loop is print blast off and print n. We have statements like this. Let us see how it's going to be executed one by one. Let us see. Okay, first my n value is 5. My n value is 5. I'm going to write here n equals to 5. Okay, at this time 5 is greater than 0. Yes, 5 is greater than 0. Print if it is true or false. It checks whether it is true or false. As 5 is greater than 0, it is true. Then it immediately go to while loop. Okay, so if it is 5, so what is the statement, immediate statement? Print n. What is n? Here n is 5 again. That's why it prints 5. Next, immediate statement is n equals to n minus 1. What is n? N is 5, already discussed. N equals to n minus 1. That means 5 minus 1, which is equals to 4. Here, it doesn't go to the bottom statement. This loop is going to be repeated. While loop is going to be repeated. Now, this 4 is going to be taken, and here now n become 4. N become 4. So previously, initially we are taking n is 5. So after completion of this loop, n will become 4. This 4 will come as n, and again check the condition. 4 is greater than 0. Yes, 4 is greater than 0. It is true. Then here in this case, print n. What is n? Again 4. So that's why it's going to be print 4. Output is 4. Again, the statement here we are seeing n equals to n minus 1. Now n is 4. 4 minus 1 equals to 3. N is 4. 4 minus 1 equals to 3. Again check the condition. Go here. And now here it is 3. So already 5 done, 4 done, and now 3. Print n. N is nothing but now n is 3. So it's going to be print 3 like this. Here 3 minus 1 equals to 2. Now n is 2. Again come back. This is over. Now it is 2. 2 is greater than 0. Yes, again condition is true. Print n. It's going to be print 2. And 2 minus 1. It is 1. Again check the condition. Again go to up and check the condition. 2 is over. Now it is 1. 1. Print n. It prints 1. Next, it's going to be take 1 minus 1 equals to 0. Again go and check the condition. 0 is greater than 0 as it is false. Now it stops to print these statements. Okay. So then after back to the while statement, it executes the next statements of while. What is next statements of while? Print blast off. It's going to be print blast off and print n. Now currently what is n? 0. Currently n is 0. So this is the iterative statements. But here we don't know how many times it's going to be iterate. It depends upon the situation. It depends upon the formula we are given. Not always n equals to n minus 1. You can take any value. Okay? If it is n equals to n minus 2 maybe. So it removes, that means you are going to subtract 2 times. That means number of iterations is not on your hands. Okay, so that means it is indefinable. We can't say. It depends upon the situation and formula we are using. Okay, so this is the statements we have for while loop. So this is the flowchart. N equals to 5. So first you have to check n is greater than 0. If it is s, go ahead and print, and n equals to n minus 1. Performed, you performed, and again go to this condition. Again go to that condition. This loop is going to be repeated continuously up to this condition fails. That means n equals to 5, it repeats. N equals to 4, repeats. 3, 2, 1, up to 0. If it is 0, it comes back and prints this statement. So this is the while loop iteration. Okay. So here I am going to take a small example. N equals to 5. N is greater than 0. N is greater than 0. Print leather, print rings. Leather rings. That means I'm not any decrement or increment n value. Here always n is 5. This loop is going to be continuously repeated. It's not possible to decrease the n value. For example, first iteration, 5 is greater than 0. Yes, 5 is greater than 0. So it prints leather and rings. It prints leather and rings. First, it prints leather and rings for the first iteration. Next, we are not decremented n value. We are not decremented n value as like previous case. Again, n value is 5 only. We are not decremented n value. In a previous case, we are decremented n value. So here you perform decrement operation. So here in this case you are not perform decrement operator. That's why again n is 5. So it prints again leather rings. For the third time also n is 5. Like this, it continuously print leather rings indefinitely, infinitely. Sorry, infinitely. It's going to be print these two statements continuously. So this is a that means this is a wrong thing in coding. So you can't perform these type of loops. It's going to be infinitely. It's going to be print statements like this. So your system may hang or anything can happen. Okay. So this is the infinite loop. So here you have to check. So here you are not using any decrement operator for n. So it continuously repeated. So it okay, continuously this loop is going to be repeated. So here it doesn't come back to the that means always the condition is true. Okay. So next, that's why for this situation, to overcome this situation, we have a statement called break statement. Whenever you don't have any decrement operator in while loop, always it's not possible to use decrement operator. So at this case, you have statement called break statement. That break statement helps to break the loops, break the infinite loops going to be performed. Okay, so let us see this situation. Here I am using while true. That means I said while is always true. Okay, so I just use input. That means here you are going to give some input. We have already discussed it. Input method. What is input method? Input method is used to give some input. For example, input enter A. Enter A. If I write like this, if I execute this statement, enter A. So you have to give value, some value to A. That means 10, 20 or anything. Value to A. So like this, I just give line which is equals to input method. So please don't keep this mind raw. So now present you don't have a raw statement, you have only input statement. Okay, if I am writing a condition, if line equals to done, if line equals to done, if the state, if you give input as done, you simply said break. You simply said break. Okay? Otherwise, print line equals to done. Let us see. So let us see here how this program is going to be executed. First, while true. This is the first step. First true. I am going to take input. I am going to take input. My input is hello. I simply press hello here. This hello is going to be stored in line. This hello is going to be stored in line. If line equals to done, what is line? Hello. I said input. So line contains statement hello. Okay. So hello equals to done. Line means hello. I said hello equals to done. It is false. That's why it's continue and print the statement hello. Your output is hello. Like that. Again this while loop is going to be repeat. Again for the second time I just given hi. Hi. So this hi is going to be stored in line. This hello is going to be removed. At this place hi is going to be stored. Hi equals to done. No, it is false again. That's why it doesn't execute this break statement. It again print hi. Next, for the third iteration, I just give by. At this time, this line contains statement by. So, by equals to done. Again, it is false. That's why it doesn't execute break and again print by. At the fourth time, if I use done, at the fourth time I use done, this by is going to be replaced by done and line contains done. Done equals to done. Both are equal. Yes. So that means you have to wait up to done. Okay. So done equals to done. Yes, condition is true. After that, what you have to do? You have to perform break. Then only is going to be execute and print done. Fourth time. Here, up to your typing done, it's continuously asking the next word. Whenever you type done, it's going to be break the statement. So you have to keep your mind. So while loop should be definitely it has some end. It should not be a indefinite. So this is the while loop for the second example. So I said true. If true is as, it's going to be repeat the statement up to break. So if true is as, it continuously repeat the statements, okay, up to break. If it is break, it's come back to the while loop. Okay. Next, continue. What is the importance of continue? So break statements break the looping. So at whatever you want to break the statement, it simply breaks and continue and the current iteration and jump top of the loop and start the next iteration. So it's going to be perform continuation. Okay. So let us see. Let us see what happened. While true, I simply write while true. While true means it always enter into the while loop. Okay. I said don't take this raw. You have only input. Okay. This is the changeover in Python. So that's why don't take this raw and simply use input. Okay. You have to take input. For in this example, I am taking hello there. Hello there. Line equals to hello. Line of 0. Line of 0 means what? For example, if you take hello, this hello is stored in line. Line equal, that means this hello is stored in line. If I write line of 0 means at the 0th index, what is the character we have? What is the character we have at 0 index? For example, I wrote 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Line of 0 is H. Line of 1 is, what is 1? E. Line of 4 is O. We have. So, like this you have to choose. Like that, line of 0 equals to hash. So, you have to check whether the first character is hash, you go with continue. Continue with this loop. Okay? So, if line equals to done, break. Line equals to done, break. So, like this you have to work out. So, for example, if I give input hello, so that means H is equals to hash. No, it is false. If line equals to done, no, it is false. Print line, what is print line? Hello, there. Again go to while loop. Again go to while loop. Line equals to, next second word is hash. Don't print this. This is my statement. Here, let us observe what is the first character. Line of 0 is hash. Yes, it is hash. Hash equals to hash. It is going to be continue. Okay. So, line equals to done. It's going to be break. It performs break. Similarly, like previous example. Okay. So, this is the simple example for continue and break statements. To avoid the infinite looping, we use continue and break. Okay. So here we have to see this. If it is true, if it is else, you are going to check the condition, and this loop is continuously going on. Whether you have to use continue statement or break statement or that means decrement operator, this loop is going to be continuously repeated. So you must use this continue statement. If continue statement is there, it skips the statement and come back to the position. Okay, like this we have to discuss. Okay, indefinite loop. So we already discussed while loop is a indefinite loops. It's keep on going on whether the condition is true. So when it is false only, it's going to be back. Okay, if you want to dismiss the while loop, you must use break statement. Okay, next definite loop. Like while, we have one more loop, a definite loop, which is nothing but for loops. Okay, so let us see the for loop. So let us take this part as array. We have arrays already. For example, A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is an array. Okay, I am taking this part here. I am taking this part here. Python allows this procedure. So here, first of all, we are going to see the syntax. First, for. Next, we have to use a variable I in. You have to write a range and end with colon, indentation mark. Again, it gives some tab space and print the statement. Here it is for block. Okay, let us see with small example. Okay, here for I in array, I said this is an array A. Array A. For first, what happened? Here, why it is a definite? Why it is a definite? Why while is not? While is indefinite? So here it is definite. So we already know how many iterations has to be performed here. That means here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers are there. That means 5 iterations are going to be done here. So first, for the first iteration, you have to at I space 5 is going to be stored. Print I means 5. For the second iteration, at the place of I, 4 is going to be stored. Print I means 4. For the third iteration, 3 is going to be stored. So it's going to be print 3. Next, 2 is going to be stored. Prints 3. So at last, 1 again. Then for loop is going to be over. So a for loop execution is over. Then executes the next statement, blast off. Okay. So this is the basics of for loop. Like this we have. Here I am taking 3 values. At the first time for friends. Here I am taking friends. So this is the array I am taking. For the first time we have Joseph. So it prints. I am going to take a Happy New Year friend. Friend means Joseph here. Happy New Year Joseph. For the second time it is green. Next Happy New Year friend. Friend means for the second iteration friend is green. So it takes the green. At the third time it's going to be take Sally. So third time it is Sally. So for the third 3 times iteration it's going to be automatically over the for loop. Okay, so finally it's going to be print done. So we are seeing if it is done, if it is yes, it's going to be run the loop. If it is no, it's going to be print the statement like this. So we are going to see in statement. In is nothing but in the array. In is nothing but in the array. Okay, for I in array. Okay. So like this we have to move. So we have to summarize this. First we are seeing indefinite loop, which is while loop, and infinite loop. So infinite loop means there is a no end for the iteration. And next, to avoid that, we have to use break and continue statements and for loop and iterative variables. So thanking you.